Yo abusia and that ye discuss celebrity occultism, frequency and spirituality in Ghana. That's the topic we are going to discuss today. Now ye better music in etheric manifestation first. Ni we are about stopping a music star. And no be too. Ni we are na fe ya soul contract. Ni we are about scenario of the Warlock prophets. Na fe ya about the Anadromous symbolism. These are things that they are discussing and they're very important topic. But to me, a friend musician, Bia or Ghana no. Na wakatchen only na share this knowledge na on share. Now, I'm going to talk about 3 different stars. Medika kada say you what 12 different souls. But and then no me kasana me ko kasana me base ebi what 3 particular musicians be so. Intini ye betumi aka say ye kwa kofa souls ni be free 3 different places. We will talk about one of them who is a earth-bound soul. Or no mono ye ka so be a soul or ye earth-bound soul la. Obetumi afa 1 million bodies or kono oba or no ye beka one of them ho asem e wo ye industry ni mu. Na fe ya ba befa MT and as a star seeds no so ba komo so omo de they come and they help mankind. No omo asanko a so omo beba so omo mba ejinadwuma bi omo ye so no mbetumi asan aba biom. Ontumi guarantee say oba okoba obekwa aba omo ye beka one of them so ho asem. Na fe ye betumi so aka ebi so ya angelic beings. Omo so omo ba sa so no so ba hanom na so no so obeye bibia e de ne ma otumi survive na de ne timi ma o fall off nti bia ye be wie we no ye musicians ni bebre omo fall off na bia mo behu de nti a omo fall off se bio wa adwene mu edo a wo behu ba bia na obi belong to because industry no anase anything that contains sounds and frequency no ordinary person cannot involve him or herself into it. Enti ye wonkrofo ni bi wo a omo nko antimi nye enwom ade so omo show bi ase. Ene ye wonkrofo ni bi wo nso so a anka ye de particular area mom. Sa wo de awo ye ne se wo betro onwom no e de ama nkrofo nka nse se wo ha wo ho se wo ba. Omo no omo yi omo tipi a omo face a lot of hatred. Enti ene no ye ba be komuni yahye because to me there is no African country ewo asase we so akabula ha yebenya raw giftings ewo honomo echen Ghana, but because they take spirituality out whether they know or not, they take it out na omo ma enkrofo bi omo practice spirituality shallow way no omo no omo believe say spirituality is principles. Inti no wona wudi kan baye inti se maba me your father say wo submit to me. These people don't understand what is called soul contract. Inti omo no the principles and eye edwuma omo na obehu me spiritual father, me spiritual way omo no they go according to the odi kan baye eno ye shallow spirituality. But when you want to get into real and deep spirituality, one, you must understand the soul that is standing there, the body that is standing there. Ami ben ene dinechi se sa ami ni dinechi a wona udi kan ba ya obetimi ni nipa na twetwe e de na akofo ana. I keep cautioning people, be careful with social media because it's the most serious world on earth. Social media and now you know people by their shadows and their frequency or words. You don't know many of us personally into no uko social media sama na we mechanism we every ho ade bia so mechanism no enka ho na ye shadow any sounds no purely spirituality. Into be careful onipa woni ni benya asem e wo social media ne so enye se wo be kasa wo betumi akasa wo betumi akotche ni nti na wo de na efa kwan bi so because wo de ebinum be fa kwan bi so ebinum betumi ajejew na se wo nim wo hu yie na wo ni wo balance na wo de wasem akomo so they will make sure so material ama wa ye bibi e breach wo soul contract so they are able to hold on you obeso mu pa or do better form flat. This is what we are going to talk about today. Let's talk about the spirituality of celebrities with the special case of some musicians. What has spirituality got to do with music? You may ask. May catch your plane a whole lot. Now musicians say they are nyom so there for spirituality who be hey a reasona yetimni na is controlled and a movie by sounds, frequency and vibration. Into a nyom ye everything live and do ye everything cosmic and nyom ye everything universe. Say yeti we yasia ye be take sa part no. Very, very careful. That is why when you go to a comfort, they play music, they play sounds, almost in Chineso, almost they play music, they play sounds, almost in Chineso, sorry, them are the same thing. Baby, you will find music there. Why is it so? If it is not spirituality, if it has got nothing to do with life, Adentina, you will hear them say frequency, the vibrations, and frama, na make it sound because a no and dia e really we are singing na ewo. We are going to talk about it because music is frequency and every etheric manifestation is made with frequency. So to me the bibi free soon aba hunamani a frequency. Enti omo ye Reiki healing no on before bo no ma aye so Reiki healing it takes 3 years to finish. First degree, second degree, third degree. A serious thing. Enti sounds and frequencies ni wo bibia mu enkwa owu akola ye wo ni to what say kim na osu o making that sounds, that frequency to tell that I have life. Akola ensu a asem kesiesi. Yes, back in the day, spiritual churches were rampant, including the ones we call Sunsumsori, because their operations are mainly on music, spiritual music. They can ginger the congregation and move their people with their melodic rhythms. Sunsumsori for no mu sing chene so a omo to me sing chene so asafofo no na bibia tiesi obi so. Usually, the ones that evoke or conjure heavenly beings to manifest are more popular. Omo frɛ angel. Unti na ye use Sunsumsori no. Mo be kaya papa jagraja beto ndumbi. Ewo platform no so edi jinja ho no mo. Na se wo yo obi a wote sounds and frequencies ase ananka Sunsumsori. Nanka ho no omo sa omo de omo say angels no omo frɛ. Unti they know how omo si omo ntwene no so. Omusi omontwene no so saape a ene nania mercy all over Africa nanka sunsum ye sintwene so ne ye different energies from Nigeria to Ghana and all over Africa. Music and spirituality have been something that people have acknowledged their effectiveness and realness. Black people are full of blue jeans, real souls, real energies, full of spirit. Until sometimes no eno na ye me say omo ota sa jeans na ma ye wickedness no so affect the way anka ye papa any said they are connected with the heavenly beings no na anka ye tumi any omo connected no sa na ye born no so akoye. When the music goes up the heavenly beings come down. Inti no na Sunsumsori no mu sintwene no so sa na abofo na tiesi na nsemu nesi. So we used to have famous spiritual musicians who worked with powerful spiritual leaders and commanders of angelic beings. So omo to ndwom ne sa na afei bibi esi omo so. Inti na make tell say energies no ye woni ama ye de gada omo ne ye de frɛ omo. Omo nye nipa a wo de wani behu omo so omo nie. Tie na nsem mu say channeling bi a ye koye abrofu channeling ya komu ya omu common in grand style na omu de wo se wa channel a ye de machine bezi wuso ne ya hwe say enye nsa bi na apa no ma na adum so bi na dewa na omu bisa ne say enti mu so ya mo pese mo ba ha bi no say omu ba ha na obisa ne say enti wo pese mu so mo betena ha say de ye nya honam ni mo pese mo experience o say experience ha say entamwa they can't be like you are powerful here than them, but you have the ability to call them When wo niama wo de bebubom se wo de chakogu kopot mu na wo de ejatum na wo bomu a na wo de bibitum na wo bomu a ye na no mo de boba ne boba e no mo de passion no mo afre eja energy efrim no mo de asoja wo de no aduane a ebin eye energy na wo afre no enti nye se energy biti baabi a na wo ye ya na nipa na ba na wo hu ni so otuetu antaman ni we ye kwa me ya okrom ye ko twa the quest wo ho na mato mi new drone kese pa efe ye na ne bo so edin na ye fly drone you know mo asi akonfo na si ntwene so be 200 akonfo no mo asi ntwene so na ebo na drone ni fly course no mema rain fisa wo si ntwene ni so na heavily beans no energy ni ba fom na o mo chi mi drone no e wo soro ho na o mo de call ya na fe de ade na control drone na ayira wo so chese ye hu ba bia drone wo na boy si o mo kwohwehwe o man kan kire mi so na o mo si ko enwura ni mu so o mo kwohwehwe e na beast ko buo mo nti e fe kire na o mo be ka kire mi say boys ni say drone na nam say ade na drone na ayira na mo ko akwohwehwe enya mo na mo free those energies ni say embra nti mo ko say mo kwohwehwe a mo be kwa konya problems omo beat drums na ma energies na eba no omo na ese yesomo omo no omo kona me ko frɛ comfort ba ko se me drone omo fa ha na omo akofa drone na ba bi etutu koto nyina ohuni nyina ko yiyi ni nyina de bae. There are things we don't joke with them, but the way this whole spiritual thing is communicated to us na ayetan nti ade simple a wo fie kura wo betumi agada na wo frɛ energy bi no eye wo say ehu wo first ni sunsum sorry for almost starting nyuma aye mewe no maye suswe ya bre bebo yari fu eswe suswe ya bro bebo yari fu eswe no musin twene ne suswe na abofo ni si forma so wa ko be like uya akola na this sunsum sorry for no they are so powerful and who saketwa kra they know what is in you. Me say na make no munzama fo omo try ya so omo de mbekom na yi omo de enkansa ba ye kurom foforo na me papa ewu no omo de aba ho omo so try ya so omo de mbekom. You know, so what I'm trying to say is that music is everything life and music is everything etheric. It is a nipa betimi ni etheric beings na ka bomu a eyenjom any frequencies eno na de omo ba. But today we have urban pop culture and other music. Did they speak the same spirituality and what symbols are being communicated to us at our blind side by our now trending musicians? Sum sorry for ne akonfo ne akonfo ne asafofo no. No musi nyom so ana maka kiro no sunsum a na esi. So mo kokun no musi ntwene no so sa na. And the not chess or when you red baby or town finish be omo be hunu no omo be konso adi nkunim because omo sis omo wo away omo sing twene so and nothing na praises in twene ye different worship in twene ye different because said the obesi so no frequency ni vibration ni bia wo energy a efre nti akofo no omo sakete e wo the way omo sing twene so omo sa adoa e wo the way omo sing twene so ni nyina wo a particular frequency baby a ekɔ na etwe energies no e de ba down nti mi pese mi bisa se sie na nye akon ne yesi so ntwene no e na nye sunsum sori ntwene ne yesi so no ye mfa ne say praises worship and the music no omobobobo Shatta Wale munjom Stone Boy munjom Black Sheriff munjom no ye pese ye bisa se enu so no e de bibi ba ye so e wo ye blind side a ye nimu ana enu na me pese ye hwe no sama mbo udin a entrese wunye musician just that mean to me enko obi anwasem. There are people I know them spiritually, so when I'm talking about them I'm not here to predict nothing. I'm not a child in spirituality to come and sit in public and do any of these things. And I make natural because obi enim say wunya hwekra you go do me lomo mebwa say wo beto eno say nya lomo na pick you day diamond rings on your body. And don't quite me dakura mitumi tuntunkola diamond rings on your body because the old man's voice, if you know, it communicates. I'm not saying say me bubo obi edin and say me bubo obi edin, but the point I'm trying to make is that sum sorry dwom ene ntwene na omusiso na bibifuo nim akonfo ntwene omusiso na bibifuo nim akofo ne asafofo ntwene a na omusiso a bibifuo nim no say ye connected to those sounds and frequencies anymore. So what I want to know ni say sa lomo ne up and running ene de keke ka ho nyina new one ya ayi Shatta Wale di abai se wutie sa no ye pese ye hu se eno eden na frɛ ba yesu eno ena me pese ye nkom na ye nto ye bo na ye hwɛ. So send this to your favorite musician amwakwaba e ba spiritual awadwumadi isu biom mo ma ye hwɛ some souls dia omo ye na ye nkom ni ye hwa bedu soul contract na ye hwɛ sa wo betumi aforce obi so onkopa obi kyew ana wontumi force obi so onkopa obi kyew mwakwaba biom. I believed you, I believed you, I believed you, I believed you. I send you love. I send you love, I send you love, I send you love wherever you are. I send you love, I send you peace, I send you peace, I send you joy, I send you help. Wherever you are, I send you strength. And I welcome you to another great episode of Spirituality. Today we are discussing celebrity occultism, frequency and spirituality in Ghana. Mabobo bobi swachro, machro faces ayede ade ne befa ni baby ayede bekwa akɔwie. Medikan akacho say ye were 12 different souls. But enano me conversation ne bekwa akɔwura miensa so. Earthbound souls na yahwe MTs and also say star seeds no omo so na fe yahwe angelic beings no so baako ne yebefa menchiro. But when you finish listening to this one kasa tell us who belongs to where. I eno ene discussing more about. My name is always the pride of our ancestors. They speak through me. In fact, our ancestors find their joy in me. They are so proud with me. In fact, they even visit on that platform through some of us. And I'm so calm and confidence in myself with what I do. I welcome you people. So today, you know the topic. Let's look at music in the etheric manifestation. Obi baby sasa na ndwom no eye nipa na eto. Never nia yemfa yeni hu ahonhom ana beings ana souls a yemfa yeni hu no efa omo hu ben na fe wadwen akode enti obi kura wu a yewo said ya sounding flute. When you hear about an angelic being having 7 eyes and 6 wings a oni ebinom kodina ene omo ba ne omo amidi omo echi ne de ko hin ne ba ha, and people say I've seen this angel before, and the angel has a beautiful face, red eyes, fire in their eyes and all that. Yeti we de bia ebi muni omo ko di na ebi muni Lucifer ne ade ehia. Like the Revelation spoke about angels in the end time and describing them with fire in their eyes, walking on brass and their feet burning. Amudi ayenum sorry me say na mi hui no jinasi kaka ni edua so me ncha meni nkosha onyame egwama wokum no juda mu abusia ku mu jata no ni a David mamu nyina ni a wedding kunimu no osata de ehu na ne 90 say we describe them with all sort of things. These are etheric bodies that can only be manifested with music frequency. And na mama reason ti amobobo obo nwom no any the way amobo no ni nyina omo nye nipa a omo gina ho no obekodi only body because on far oba ne ho no no emba ye na woni na kokasa only language, just like computer your friend is saying robots any language they can speak telepathically. Enti so okọ ba bi ne de mirror si wona ya frɛ obofo abetum na obofo no ne wo kasa look sharp. You don't need Mommy Grace to tell you this. They don't have language. Omo ankofo oba ya ase ho amba. Na omo abenya body ne kasa. Nti uko hu angel bi owo body ne kasa, watch out. In the creation story across the world, everything was made with the frequency of words. Kasa, words, in some, and nothing almost say asemu, and a bit so say ashem. We no more kasa nyankopon ya ashem to me asemu, asema wo mu, nsema wo mu. Voice or music, they are the same thing. Inti enyum eye kasa e sound eye beat nko na omo bompa e sound bibi na sounds eye kasa. The Hindu god Brahma, after meditating for eons or meditates almost say otena wakra modani bibi, hears a sound from the depths of the ocean. The sound increases in volume, and Brahma split a lotus flower into 3 parts, one of which becomes the heavens. Brahma split himself into male and female to create all beings. This is Hindu for also creation story. Until you will see the sound here, and I will give you this same thing is turned also in the Bible. Remember we read Brahma etre sounds aye kasa. Every ocean immunity and ye, and now or splitted the whole into 2, a male energy and a female energy, and now or started say afe obo niyama, and now obo beings, we ase. I always use Brahma because ono de one fa bibi ambesi wo so obi emeso. Now when you look at John chapter 1, or say in the beginning was the word. Brahma heard a sound from the ocean. So that is the word. Word makes sounds. Ba, a sound. Come, a sound. Go, a sound. So in the beginning was the word. And in the beginning, Brahma heard a sound. That is 1. It cancels it. And the word was with God. And Brahma split himself into 2. So now you can see the first God there, and the word was God. So you will see these 3 things in there. The sound, Brahma himself splitting himself into 2. So you see male energy and female energy. 3. In the beginning was the word, and the word was with God. 2. And the word was God. You will find these 3 here. Where the beer make it sound and I make it show. Music is very powerful. Very, very, very powerful. So any country that will focus on their music for the music to go up without fracas, no, that country will put himself on the map. Music attracts spirits. Music makes spirits. I want everybody to understand. And don't forget, life is spirit. Music is like the weapon that brings development in both the spiritual and the physical plane. That is in John. Those close to me will testify to this. When I wake up at dawn and I sit behind my keyboard, baby, say yes, strike keyboard ni say na ye kataye ni say na. Music is powerful. I want you to understand. If you say you want to see development, you see buildings, you see cars, you see things like physical things in the etheric world, in the unseen world. When things are going to be built, they are built on the frequency of music. A dying style, cars, these people download them from the etheric, and then they bring it to reality. Una na no kana kasakwa, ose ubesi dan ya usi ni dem ansa ode ababontin. What does that mean? Enti eniama bebre wo ho ankrofo hu ye, e na omode eba ha sei. If the thing is not coming from, enti na make to say nsamampom, e ye baby a ubenya your friend is saying giftings wapa because obi ewu or the these are things that you cannot be like we intino nyansa ni nimdie ni nyina wo that you need to download. Now ube download you can't download it like internet, no. It's all about frequency, vibrations, and then music. So manifestation is frequency. So different types of tones, different types of music, frequency, voice, tones, words, your speech, what you say, everything is based on music. What we are is controlled by music. Asam na wo kano ubetumi aka asam ebema obi buefu ubetumi aka asam ebema obi bu adwo mema wure mfi se ni nyina aye so na ati mu no the unseen ne control ubetumi atie ndwom na wusu ubetumi atie ndwom bi na wosere ubetumi atie ndwom bi na awraho ubetumi atie ndwom bi na gbani age ubetumi atie ndwom bi na amawada. This is music. So it has everything to do with life, the universe, and spirituality. Why are we talking about? Today we are going to talk about 3 of our musicians. Because Samba, now we share now in the name of spirituality, the explanations near the end, and fire and baby as a yantinia maybe as ya. Now, so we were bounce so no were giftings be when you mua. We bet ye we no wash any ye na sakolani to an amona or bar, what to me guiding properly. When you pray and meditate, you create a frequency that fuels development in the etheric world. Because we koma eniyama timi ba utrim. Eniyama until I make us a 1 million contents. Until me content don't entertain away. I can sit here, nobody will ask me anything. There are people who cannot even teach. Just will be the matter be so myself. I have the downloads are mine. So I can close my eyes and talk for 40 minutes, 50 minutes, 50 hours. I will talk. I have content. When you sleep and you have a dream and you are in the ethereal, the things you see are all with frequency. You will have great dreams when you have positive frequency and bad dreams with bad frequency. So if you don't get dreams at all, my dear, worry. It's not good. Are you saying there's no frequency? Because no matter how low you download low, no matter how high you download high. So if there is no frequency, if you don't get dream at all, it means there is no frequency. If there is no frequency, it means there is no life. Because the frequency in your heart, when it goes low, that is when you suffer arrhythmias and you can have heart attack and die. When your frequency goes low in the brain, that is when your neurons will shut. Then your dopamine goes high. You are not able to sleep. Your face will wrinkle and you will grow old. Then you will start chasing Botox and fillers. So if you don't dream at all, then you need to worry. So anytime any priest or any spiritual person says, I have seen an angel of the Lord appear to me, and the angel has 3 eyes and this and that, or have seen you giving birth to 7 children before you can see in the ethereal, that image is created by frequency. The Osofo one you know. Me, I have been a prophetess, a great one. And yet, a quanchen, the other come no. By the grace of God, we were up there when we started this thing. Now, me a prophetess, Papa was a worshipper. Nam the numni tio musana, ne be musana. And when I be hunia, I can't date near my bibia, and yet, Nedio. And yet, the social media, near gather information was at I'm crying social media, no cry away. Be it a church or a spiritual establishment, music and frequency must not walk away from you. Any great prophet bia can sing. I'm telling you, prophet papa bia otumitonjom because I know that I pull a catapult now I could see a clear who say team and ye bemusana wa unim na unim. This is the foundation of the ethereal music. Before you can see the manifestation of things in the mind's eye, I mean the pineal gland, your frequency must be aligned with your body. Don't do it. And so we are calm. Now we let it be go. Now we pay no. With all dogma, and near drinking wura na egumni in America catcher say, Noah, Esoma, dove no so onkosho say asase na settle ansa na wapie. This is what we are talking about. You must align with your body so the soul can travel and download things for you. Then I make us see me say ansana the mind's eye e baby no just say why you okay. So what do you know? Any no MBA ya we are limited. Don't get offended because it is there for you to open it so you are able to align with your energies so that won't fall honam bre. Cause honam ne de say bodani e sabi onifre ni sabi o a onam se energy ni ntumi nkenya na de bia o da trouble mu. Me say fa we si weni so. Ne no na be ma wo purpose aye easy e wasase so. You must have certain frequencies to create those things or to see and access those things. Obi say how? Say would you obi ya? Utumi create certain frequency. Me so we yen some bebre ya. Me shada ni umuta. I am one person that has worked with my people. Their own chair, 10 years. It is thieves that leaves my company. We now you kushini there. There's one particular girl. The catcher Kelly me say, hey Kelly, get where they were the bia or ba how do you be who asemba head Miss Rono. Get way the bia obi obi wo de bia o ko obi who asem leave. Oh mouth frequency papa bia. I'm catcher Kelly. Mse Kelly we get where the bia audio obi who asem be. Miss Rono no say hey na wa usro obi de na e be ni de ni. Ai ewi asem Oni osofo a oni ne yereti oni na wofo na okonye ma osofo no say enye me ba enye me dia nti wankoto ne din osofo no po ba ne hye no e na me tantan am koyi ni fi hospital me encourage no me hye na no de ne ba no koto school okromfo owi ade awie na me pam no oni nam krom say me ne ye adwuma me ntia nka ye wonkrofo bi wo ho mu nye ye da kosi so mo bewu enye duaba o because tie Unim nienti ya yenyinya na yenyade ba ya akwa emu no. Yenyinya na yenyade ba ya akwa emu because me catchro de bia so bi ma waduane di enne na wo kwa walk away quietly because we are obi ani obi nwu obi abewu eje obi. Nti ye ntumi ntina fa akoko sisi ebewu. Obekọ na ebie di wachi, obekọ na ebie di wachi. Nti woni obi nya as woni obi san enne na wo kwa kọ na wo konso a wo ka akania ewo ho. Because one can ye wo a onipa ne papa no ye wo aduane no toma wadio woni se wudi aduane a sebio capfra waste no obekọ akopu etu egu but papa na wo ho ni na ekọ wo blood nim na esanse sunsum sem enye wiase ade a obetumi ebu afaso adaada nti honam no ana wo moja na ekra ne tim no onim nipa no contribution na wo moja ni mu no nti wo start say wo kasa tie nipa na moja na wo mu no react nti na nkrofo bebre na make an omuntumi nye ye da enye duabo but obi papa bi oye omo no saa papa na nipa ne ye na wutwa ntro no to no so e be react wo moja ni e be pull you back always obi oye ni papa oye ni papa no matter what ontumi nye nipa boneda nti se nipa no ye ne bone na wahwe ni ye especially wo kan ho asem a eni ho a na wahwe ni ye enti ye wo nipa ni bi wo ho sei oben wa tam no nko da bi odi obi ho asem wo ba ye wo da wo kan bi odi ba ye wo so. And so that is why music and spirituality cannot be taken apart. What is your type of music? And at what time do you play them? Write it in the comment section. What is your favorite music? Hip hop, Afro pop, R&B, jazz. And I also say, what is your favorite music? Gospel, lovers rock, reggae. What is your favorite and why? And at what time do you play this music? And no, you're quit a major mamu. Aye. And can you say, yeah, voice note, and can memo be a recorded 5 minutes of the favorite music na wasenia mamina. In fact, nanka ya bone ye de try nasi. Music goes with spirituality, spirituality goes with music. And so, today's editorial, I'm going to focus on some of the happenings within our music industry perspective, especially in Ghana. Inti me de nkrofo miensa ebeye nseni ani na me de asi me di kan o kasabi me sha se ne me chiro say ye 12 different souls na mama mu souls miensa bi. So we are going to talk about some people Because Ghana was talent too. Ghana are making a lot of countries when it comes to music and movies. By yenya ye hono. Enye. No ewo. Oje ho a wontumi nte ase. Entoso. You're making a lot of countries. One bahakra won't hate it. And so yenya ye de no ye ya enko. What have we left behind? And also say ye nim na yenye ana ye unknowingly ana ye no wrongly. Edenti na ama ye to me break it through. I have done some editorials where I brought in Beyonce, explaining how she is suspected to be using certain frequencies of African energies. Me no kind into bon say ya no de nantwie honam ahye no de mbebe no enso e de ahye me ne waka ho asem a me ka tro say god of fertility and music and na all depict and all the way no the Orisha chakra Oshan, especially to channel her success in music, medical Beyonce. I have spoken about certain musicians in Ghana, and I've even discussed Stonebwoy, Shatta, Wale, and Black Sherif in a lot of my editorial. Today will not be different. Why? My asem pen wo me editorials mo, and then so enkoye different. I'll pick the 3 of them, and then we talk about them and the happenings around in Ghana. There have been certain happenings recently, happenings that have triggered conversation in the spiritual communities, especially about Shatta, Wale, Black Sherif, and Stonebwoy. I'm not saying that all the other musicians don't assume some importance spiritually. No, they all do. But I want to make a statement. And if you are watching this episode, before you go and gossip, make sure say what yako end. Because I'm always at the positive side. I don't have time for low things, low stuff nyama. If you know me, you can testify how I respect everybody, small, young, old. Until my platform is open to all. Obi or baby, I'm going to have a conversation. Since I'm more dinner, no interest we low, and I say we. I am a spiritual visionary, and I don't know what is low and what is high. I don't know what is bad and what is good. But Ningina works together for my good. But recently, the conversation that are taking place in certain quarters among spiritual leadership demand that we delve into it. These 3 people na makano eniama ekoso no eno na me pese me papa mu spiritually. Nam explaining the levels no to you. And so, this editorial, I'm going to talk about those things. Makacha said, I'm not going to say way basi. I'm too old for that. 25 years in spirituality. I have grown in it. Yes. And I'm back and say, no, we don't do that. I'm not going to put a spiritual scan to say I'm going to prophesy that some musicians is going to win Grammy Album of the Year or Artist of the Year or somebody is going to die. No, I'm too old for this. I have passed that stage. I'm not saying so be yeah and you, but I want you to know that my level is different. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's okay. But that's not my level now. I have grown. I like me with that area on. And yes, I mean, whoa. Say, I see a becca, mo grand style. I'm telling you, you see a becca, you better yamana, you better no with grand and Felipo. Like in totos, like that. So bang. If you know, you know. I don't have to come and brag like that. But yeah, you is anyaman. Nah. Spirituality, they show off. Okay, show off. Prophetics, we've passed through. No, that's not what I'm going to do. To predict, no, I'm not doing spiritual scanning. I'm not doing spiritual prophesying. No, I'm not doing vision insight into what the stars of the musicians are saying. I'm not going to do that. No, I'm too old for that. I'm just going to analyze their footprint. Things that they've done in the few days or a few months coming to the end of the year, and things that they have done that have gotten the community of spirituality talking, the possible spiritual implications. And I'm a person eka. Into my way is always different. We are the greatest. Don't forget that. I am the pride of Akabulan. Yes. So that's not what we are going to do, but we are going to get into celebrity occultism, frequency and spirituality in Ghana. That's what we are going to do today. Stopping a music star. Let's look at that one. Now, recently, when Shatta Wale commented about a certain misunderstanding that he had with Black Sheriff, a lot of people in the spiritual world spoke about it. Small etwichi. When Ami is walking, most definitely etwichi beba. But nkrofo no mo ma ho comment no mo kire de nkrofo yinya no. What is their stand in spirituality and what is their power and what do they know about these people? And some people are saying that Shatta Wale has said he's going to end Black Sheriff's career emphatically. That is a very profound spiritual prophecy. Are you serious? And most of the time, we hear our pastors pronouncing cases and judgment and prophesying on things like that. We hardly hear one musician openly prophesying like that. Inti Shatta, why is he saying that? Should we take him serious? Maame ka bibi nchira. He's a god. I have said this before and I'm saying it again. Shatta Wale is a god. If you don't understand, it's people that make somebody a god because of our consciousness and our conscience backing him. I'm telling you, Nigeria almost Bishop Oyedepo war members chain obiya wo, if I'm not mistaken, but yet and a kromu ayenim the biggest church wa hani omo members are omo. Nobody comes to Shatta Wale and his army. He is a whole god. And the fact that he has all these energies behind him, if he say pim, are you serious? We have to look into it. Makachiro, this episode, before you go and gossip, watch it to the end. Because you cannot go and lie against me like that. If you understand Shatta Wale's personality, his image, his words, his star system, and the same way kind of to mean that money ye. But here says, should Black Sheriff be scared about this statement? Like all the spiritual people are saying, you know. Into omu now, so omu saying is no almost air cano. Omu fast somni free and omu di bet see hifa. Omu josu pa ewo advice no omu money na no omu basis day. And no, and I'm a say. And so when a musician who carries a lot of spiritual following prophesies to another musician that I am going to end your career, Yankai Anuntumana. Because Shatta is not a baby god, he's a whole god. If you know, you know. So as some way also tying prophecy we know. Papa prophesy like that. Nobody should dispute this fact that Shatta Wale is huge. I traveled from the islands, Antigua, St. Martins. I came down to Dahomey. I went all the way to a village called Abome. To Togo. They were they were shattering everywhere. His music his music is played in the all the clubs. You can name them. Just say he's huge. Me say Abome. Dahomey or any Nigeria corner or more, but it's not that they played one in the middle or a francophone country. Don't forget, they were playing his songs back to back continuously. I said, this nigga is huge, man. Awesome. So why is he making this statement? Should Black Sheriff be shivering? Or no, so who? Medicam out 3 so where do we play Shatta Wale? It's a quit for you. Go and find out yourself. Now be careful. I said I'm going to talk about the 3 of them. Wait till I'm done before you go and gossip. Gossip well, because I'm for positivity. So nobody can say that Shatta Wale is who the members to also he is huge. To Franco for Antigua. Like that island. They were playing this song. I'm like, you are here too, nigga. So he's huge. We should admit this. I continue. And the papa in cancer where jai music here to you say or just coming. Now at a person of his caliber, why would he say this into the other partner now? Or cancer actually no surana. Or see obema ni carry another end. And make references to other people that had a misunderstanding with him that he feels he has ended their career. There is an impact. Asem we okan ye, okase onye obi a, yenkase onye obi a. Na the okase we chire no so e onya ne dey, onu so no ho popo ana. That is when the soul contracts come in. That is where the baby a obi afi no ebe meja hona ma se menya o calculation na koye. And so the spiritual world is right to discuss it. Asem no okan ye no, I am the mother of all spirituality. Don't forget. Whether you like it or not, find out. We are Makato says social media is huge until you cannot come and sit here and brag into where family. That is why these spiritual subjects, when they come up, you in the house may not know that they have spiritual implications. What would you be kekeno? And what surface no so feel say spirituality no principles no would also say kopacho. Should it go that way? But your spiritual leaders know. Yes, they know. Samna papa na kano Shatta Wale akano. It will wait. Nobody can dispute that fact. It will wait. I've heard and I've come across conversations in the spiritual community that people are saying Black Sheriff should go and beg Shatta Wale. Should he go and beg him? Should he go and beg him? I leave this question for you. You can answer. What is your thoughts? What do you think? That Shatta Wale is not an average human. He walks on a very high spiritual level. Oh, yes. No two ways about that. But should he go and beg? And so when he has a misunderstanding with you and he prophesies, he knows what he is talking about, of course. And I've heard some renowned pastors make the same pronouncement, alluding to the power of the words and the spiritual fortitude of Shatta Wale. They are saying it, there's truth. Again, even I have explained in my previous editorial that Black Sheriff is not a lost personality in terms of spirituality. You see, the other day, now I was having a conversation with Kwesi, my makeup artist. Me one episode be. Ena na me kocha nti meduru wana me hu nipa na ote wono na me sign mechi na me kwosesa wig na esoa metiri so no nti me kwosesa wig na etoa metiri esoa metiri so no ena me old man no so okwa akoposti no na oye guy ne honam te say ant. So after the episode no ena me bisa Kwesi say nti nkrofo na omo ba me show no so no say ya omo betena ho a omo nim adeko a e de omo abetena ho omo nim what they are doing ana na me ka kire guy no me ka kire Kwesi who the guy is and blah 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 blah. So these people ye kan ho asemi omo so omo nim omo ho ana, because Black Sheriff is never a lost personality in terms of spirituality. I don't know whether he knows or not, but we know. Because we own part of the grounds. Yes. I call him old man. So if you know, you know. Sana ya me tie friend. I am me diamond rings on your body. I'm not too good, but ekoye me da minim honu yi. Ti me ya na maka said that omo bo ka ni mu na me ya me see the old man voice is coming. Let it come my me na to diamond rings on your body. So onye a lost personality when it comes to spirituality, whether he is aware or not. What that means is that he is a soul on an assignment. He is a powerful soul. So look at these two gentlemen, queen. And now miss, I don't call it a fight. Because it be to me shifty. Ne shifty and beba. He is like a shooting star, a very bright star who has carved a new path with his voice to make an impact. He is on a journey. When you are on a spiritual journey, you also move with a spiritual army. Se mumma yenti sa ni ameyase. Na yehu se we are beautiful people with beautiful assignments. Na yen sanson ti ase se twini de beba. But eya mo force obi so onye bibia. When they say spirituality is principle, one thing, and a soul contract, so yeah, another thing. We should understand these two. And so, you cannot just take both Shatta Wale and Black Sheriff out per the journey that they are on. And until I can't stretch them so me and son to one place will be a baby free. Not a honase. And knowing how spiritual Shatta Wale is, I don't disagree that he is prophesying to spiritually attack Black Sheriff. Because he is also aware that that young man is on a spiritual journey and is accompanied by a spiritual army. Onim. You know, so Onim Shatta Wale date of birth. You cannot take him for granted. So will be. And they're just on our bed with him so nibi. But will be. I'm telling you. Many share the same birthday though. If you know, you know. And some crowd you can't kill them. Obeko low na ya say we be hu ana was bab on team boy. Yeah, we are killables. It is only a commander who is not wise will yet let his anger force him to single-handedly attack an army. That's a suicide mission. I want to say we don't help our people. Now spiritual people, you can't put them together. You know what's happening? Shatta has a whole way to do what he's doing. Okay? But if you understand, maybe say, omunim, the army king, and now omunim. But as for Shatta, I believe he knows what he has. I know, minim so nim the owo. Ebeye unwise, say, obekwa ko attack Black Sheriff, or no, on any army nenam. Like you know. Or no, Shatta no your commander, until him say, and yes, smart. Say, obey, yes, swift. And so what is happening? It is suicidal mission for you to attack another commander, ne army suicide nechi. Do you understand what I'm saying, please? So I want to ask you, because language. No matter how angry you are, when an army is going, you should not let your anger attack the army. And no, dear, it's unwise. We have so many ways to deal with these things, and especially so be a Shatta Wale a onim cosmic, no, not like onim ne hono. This decision, how do we handle it? Unless you have the sole right to attack the army, or you have the right to attack the leader of the army without the army. Sa ahei. And I make us say, well, when people me see yourself will be obesha me hunkom. Sa adie we be yemi no me man ya che ne dana. Ono an no obekumi. Na ode aye nkom se. Because wonim sa adie we ya. Won to me sure yourself will be hunkom. It is spiritual people no almost san sha yourself from hunkom. They know nothing. I'm telling you. Unless you have that soul right, oh. Ay, erade. I think so we have to go deeper. We have to go deeper. Because cosmically, no, to me, bibia nam ne kwan so nchichi ne ba ofa ho na wafa ho na woko. And to me ko attack unless say why your homework. Nti na me say ade we na abeda ho no mu nyina mu ntwe ne ye. Say Shatta Wale yin homework ye. Ne we nya ne right over the soul to attack that army. Any leader there. And but is that possible? Is that cosmic? Oh, baby, na and then soul contract. So now let's look at soul contract. They can only spiritually invade each other's star only if the other has broken his soul contract. Hey, you won't to me hawa ma we break you soul contract. You cannot practice spirituality without the cosmic laws. Obe fall off. I've explained what a soul contract is in many videos. My episodes bebre about soul contract. If you have not watched that editorial on soul contract, please, I urge you to subscribe to the channel. share the link and then search in the video section. Now, who soul contract na me ye no. So you were able to get the soul contract right because baby I make economy the kwa be tin do, and I don't intend to do this thing twice. And watch this episode, Celebrating Occultism, Frequency and Spirituality in Ghana. Adie we won machire mo star block na from journalism to social media to where wakoka soro ho ni energy asa onsi fom na obi mpa ne ho da nti otale soro ho obi obeba bia senka yete sa niama we nyina ase a anka woto wondu mpo da heti na obi se obe feature wa ma spiritual person check him out obe robe off. All these are under soul contract. Maybe I will find one day and continue that soul contract, but I've treated soul contract, so you can find out from my channel. Nona Washe. Any spiritual person who understands contract of the souls understands that in the natural order of things, you cannot attack anyhow. I think say me catch 2 weeks ago. Our time with Maame Grace. Knowledge no wo ho, eniama no wo ho. Ubetimi aye ba ubufu a ubetimi akasa keke ntina me catch say spiritual person and ubufu okasa na we twa so na okono, he's the best person ever because uye koma ubekwa ko apply niama na you go against the cosmic na we wie ye mobo enkrofo bebre mini wosofo bi a ono men company ana me yekom amenkwe. You cannot just take charge of somebody's soul without the permission of the person's soul. No. Tina make catch so obi entumi nku ade se wa ko donate won so obi ye de aba na etuo esi obi so se kwa sole dem na koma wonsa so wa na ye be de wa na wako no wa ma wonsa so na de ama obi eni ho obetumi yi wu so la free won tina make catch o plain obi entumi nku ade wo. And that's what's called the law of nature. Tina make catch say nyo obi na odidi wetem abedidi ni bio, especially social media. Because of Android is 200 cedis. Who they didn't crofwatem? Ebi nim how to maneuver or be wrench and wa boweni so ama waso ayeshi. It means that every soul is free until that soul gives away its free will. Adiye we wo Bible mu minka anami yedin. Almost say emra Jesus got to blind Bartimaeus wo motorway no motorway na ye di onifire ni kosire wo so onsere sika. Yesi Yesu koto no ono kacha ni se sorry nante na blind Bartimaeus sorry ye e na ofa ne kete nyina no nante ye tio ba Peter and John omo koto bubu ani ni wo beautiful gate no omo kacha ni so sorry nante no hwe omo anim. Bible say osone omo so ne nsani mfanim no omo twi ni gina ho. This is what they were talking about. Just said the soul right no e wo ho ansa na obetimi aye bibi wo so no. We have a way of purchasing this. So people are doing things. Almost the cosmic na come. Inti asori dem ye mfa kan ni hwi obi ya say kan ho na fa wo so ko wa na obekọ na wa wo so a adenti na omo nka say fa won say gu wo say ma won sa so na fa Kristo eye laws eye rules nti wo na wo do consent be man sa na omo atumi afa so no. If not, in soul contract, when a soul breaks the contract of another soul, that person can call for judgment. Asofo ni bebre omo ho atochema a omo hye dem because of this. So who person osun akoma asun ntwa ho ka ho. Spiritual person be eni wa obetumi aseye obi because wo na wa ye dia opa bia so wo bibia ade be cancel. Obowa. Force obi so attack obi unnecessarily. You want to have issue with the cosmic. Na nobody is more powerful than the cosmic. Whoever. And until na Yesu kro pese ombra ha no. O hambo no ho kwhye oba yem ye wo no ansa na oba yem mra and ye adwuma wa. In spirituality, it is about path. Keep your path and obey your calling. Wow, inti mo ba office one me catch am say, madam, oh path, let's find your path. And mama will do this, do that, and let's find your path. Don't follow me. That is one thing I do. Until about consultation, I bet you we will find your path together so you ube faso. My path is different. So what to me discover wo path and no na ube you obedient. Na wa ye wo calling no. Unko sunyesua obi No, I am spiritual father. Until there be an conflict. Me dear me waha, me wo group wemu, me we na mo kun, na mu ye saying, I don't want any group. Spiritual warlocks who break soul contract usually look out for errors as a reason to take over someone's free will and pronounce judgment on them. Tina me say, I careful. Me leave konkonsa obese say ubibi. Obet se wabrabo ti leave immediately. Ube say nipa ni cha or chucha ntro bi eni ho ne leave immediately. Men waste time. Or do so better serious problem. I'm telling you. And one of the ways of identifying errors is for you to establish that even though you are not challenging the person is attacking you unprovoked. So for say you didn't even challenge the person, and unwarrantedly, the person attacks or attacked you. So when you be she, ne nipa no, like okay, intina make us say bi mo ho mo nye da. Me na make chiro. Obi nye wo shimpo na wo attacking na cosmically no e will go against you. Na nia wa ye wo papa na wo san attacking ne san say ni din. Hey. And come do court to judge wanka you are better. So dealing with spiritual powers and authority is dangerous because any nipa ne ho any said your now betumi ehun say we metumi no na kasa no kasa nti you careful. Cosmic is guiding every soul and every soul and each soul has its own contract. And I'm say find it so that obehu baby enye ma no watwe ho immediately. Cause obi betumi agege wa ma we break you so contract shim no wa fa no de ko. I will tell you a confession by a big pastor on the radio who happens to be a chief warlock. Yeni munkrofo we mu yeni momo. Me sometimes I look at it and I'm like nkrofo na lankasa kra ye kwa brama ho no na won pa asomdwe. Me makeup artist na kan o so wuti ahodwo so mpa opa mekom. Kontena we. He confessed that he prayed for someone to die because the person's girlfriend was in his church. And the person called him to warn him that he should stop telling his girlfriend to break up with him. You're so now bini kun your court. No amanegu. Now you say you're free. Even though he told the man that the story was not true and that he, the pastor, was influencing the man's girlfriend to break up, the man went ahead to threaten him with death. First, I saw for on easy. Those conflicts, you know, now we're forcing you go against your soul contract. No way break, no way nyakwa drop it down. Ntokwa bia na abeko. Na udi. Inti na make us me so hu se my aggressive wa ha. Men dream me hu na me smart papa. My soul contract can never be broken. It's never possible. I'm even helping people not to make sure somebody breaking. I mean myself. Inti minim. Obejeje mi minim. But I am a bufu because of four chances. He then meditated and prayed on the threat to his God that, oh my God, kill this man who I have not wronged in any way, but is troubling my life and about to kill me. I have children, and if he kills me, it will be a disaster. Therefore, use his own words and stand on it to create a new death covenant to kill him. When you are dealing with people, we are talking about scenario of the warlock prophets. Papa, we are not doing more. I don't know. About you show we no more asem. Ebi wa Bible mo o say yen nipa ne manyina nyankafo. Manitiri humpa. South of we mu. Ubetumi amani sika saa se woni bia de mema na nda o si mu raise prayer and say na dwuma nyina. Me si ni mu chenhwe. After this prayer and fasting, the man died mysteriously. People can break your soul contracts and they will take you out. They will force you to exit. Ebe shock you. Any pastor who understands this cosmic manipulation to change the soul contract is a warlock. I won't say I'm one of them. Don't. That is a male witch or a sorcerer. Ekwa abayifo no school na niam ekosua na ebi ni. So, back to our musicians. Some mama wehu warlocks. Ye won krofo bi o mo so mo de enu no. Wasua cosmic no nim how to manipulate and how to maneuver. Obey you one time. So back to our musicians and using our warlock example. They can set a trap for the other person to react. Then they chant on the reaction to evoke a warlock curse. Nansenya mi hu se na obi yebi. I know that man for a very long time. I never knew say he was a warlock. Almost say oni obi oko kesi obi no bi be so asemu numu e na ogina TV no so say we na or they camera see no so and or ye na what that for na me say this is a warlock. Because during that he was chanting. Amume nsusu me yahusu o ne ebinu masua ni am betumi dey ase one time. Bibie ni wa me dey me stop joking. There are things. That is how you initiate an attack on someone on a right mission with a heavy army like Black Sheriff. A warlock can get at Black Sheriff. A warlock. So it's Nimse Shatta Wale from where he's coming from and his star system. He's a clean spiritual person. So has he become a warlock? If he's become a warlock and then what he's saying, where do we place this? What should Black Sheriff do? So when spiritual people say, hey, pay attention to Shatta Wale, he is a very powerful spiritual person. It doesn't mean Shatta Wale is going to chant to do something to him because they both know how powerful both of them are. Yet ye children ye home. Ye nimso omu ni momo. Obi nimso obi kita a particular army and they are on a different mission and they are from different star systems. All these are special people. It may mean that Shatta Wale may be aware of how to evoke the warlock curse when someone breaks their soul contract. So onim sadie way dia. And you just obeko beyond the spirituality is principle na ye can. Because warlocks, no, they don't regard principles. Even cosmic and that Shatta know this. It is advisable not to easily fall for traps on social media when people attempt to provoke you. Social media is a real deal. So be a warlock now kafim no be kasa dia wo da nyame ase na wan be kasa na ofa wudin ni wo ho no so ko wewu. People are dying without knowing what is killing them. Some people may share comments about you just to provoke you to commit extreme errors. Obeba be tro comment no na wo de abufuo you break your soul contract na shim na foul. When you break your soul contract, they will evoke a curse on you. Sadia way TV phone, radio phone, no we will show. Oko pay show na. Oko pay airtime no mo say for a dey pilot news. One brother call ya no my ye na fe dey omo be news. Unim say onipa ni say no wa fa show no wa send no ye ni say no kwa no ba ha. I won't mind you. I can create 1 million shows in a day. I'm now looking for hosts. If you can do better, come. I have 1 million shows. I want to open it up because we have better machines to do that. We want to give opportunity to people. So we better make host it properly. Just write your application to Dr. Kelly. Why? Who my office so I be forwarding. So be careful how you allow people to provoke you. Obema what can be. Obetumi abedidi wata no wakoka chesefa obeyi efiri me so say wabo me kwadu me ye be ifo no wafasa asem na kobo kwadu. You are finished. Wonso na nadu gina na ye ball kwadu kura dan mpo unkai na wako defend wo. So be careful. Always stay calm and learn how to avoid temptations like that. So before so wamo aka bibi na be careful. All the temptations in the Bible are talking about things that will go a long way to break your soul contract and expose you to sorcery attacks. So my advice to Black Sheriff and Shatta Wale is that I know they are spiritual endowment. I know. And they have shown in their songs how aware they are. Because every word they say, me, I listen. So they should avoid falling into each other. They should just draw themselves as commanders and go with their army. Because we can't afford any disaster. They should be in their lanes. And if one person provokes you, no matter what, stay calm. And I'm going to say, spiritual people are they saying what many can say. Na ma hwa akọ ma hwe ni feet na ma hwe baby ogina na me hwe say na we ogina ever. Hey Ghana. Spirituality there more out. Watch your spiritual hour. Why? With the pride of the ancestors. I'm the queen of Akabulen. Yes, they love me. And we are discussing celebrity occultism, frequency and spirituality in Ghana. That's what we are discussing. So that is for the two of them. When you are going to gossip beautifully, like I'm doing here. Now, Yansha, the Anadromous symbolism. What is Anadromous? Now, let's look at Anadromous symbolism. I made this call on Stoneboy when I did an editorial about the great earth shift into the fifth dimension. We want to talk to them if they are aware of these things. What level? I know people would want to know. It's not only the music, education also helps. So we know what we are doing. I invited him to let us talk about his album and analyze it. Amazingly, Stoneboy plays with spiritual mysticism. Say he plays with spiritual mysticism. I'm too intelligent not to find him out. When Stoneboy came to mind again, this time I also thought of the Baphomet at the same time. Do not panic, I will explain. The Baphomet is a powerful spiritual icon. So what is this doing with Stoneboy? Obibeka say, Adanu bi ojoina na Adanu konhona na. Because I have made a profound statement that he plays with spiritual mysticism. Why am I saying this? And I'm calling Baphomet in attaching Stoneboy's name. Bim! So what is going on? Now, let me explain. I've told you, before you go and gossip, finish watching the show, so you gossip properly. I explained to you the metaphysical and esoteric understanding of the Baphomet in my editorial. It's a very educative editorial. Go and watch it. One should be a show where we are. To me, Baphomet. And now Baphomet. Why am I attaching Stoneboy to Baphomet and calling him, say, or play with mysticism, spiritual mysticism? Now, one of the understandings associated with the Baphomet from the esoteric wing is that it signifies as above, so below. Yeah, yes, I editorial word that, which was very clear in the editorial I did, the first one I'm here. But another symbol that certain secret societies pay attention to is the energy associated with the word Anadromous. What's the meaning of Anadromous? Now, Anadromous, occultism is simply the ability to play within two dimensions. Makachiro said Baphomet, that is how I say it. And I must use a word, Anadromous. I want everybody to hold that word and I will explain the meaning of that word. Now, let me explain this. So, what is the key to this Anadromous theory? I'm talking about celebrities in Ghana and the things that they are doing and saying, their actions that are evoking spiritual conversations in the New Age spirituality community. And this editorial is looking at the spiritual implications of their various works and activities. These musicians, are they aware of what they are doing? No implications of the Baba Omuso. And now they are just doing it. Now say they are just doing it. What can we do about this? Do what musicians do and say have spiritual implications? Enyum na omo to no ne asem na omo ka no. Esunsun anso e wo hɔ ana. Ana we me dem yandwen enjum ne yeto. Yemfa ne sa. If yes, just type your thoughts in the comment section for me. So wo so omo nim ne omo ye na. Shiro wo ho so omo nim so na omo ya e bibi na use omo ana. Say yes ah, e de ensunsun anso na de beba yeso. The Baphomet was made to channel certain energies. When you pray to yourself, see it or meditate on it, it activates some energy. That is Baphomet. One of this energy is the Anadromous energy. So we call Baphomet na. Ena macheche obehu wa ha. Ena meka se tie ni yansa wa gossipy because I mentioned Stonebwoy and I'm bringing all these things to light. And when I'm done, you get to understand what I'm saying. That is giving one the power to move from one dimension to the other without dying. Say, listen, me can't say maritime and fashion so. But Anadromous is what I use for those who are broaching up so be a company in Ghana. Obetumia ya begu. Opa kofe niyama wo na fabra sa wo beton wo be struggle niyama ni begu but abrofo no de omo be bie company ni wa na ekoso they use energy of Anadromous inti wait this is what something I use for people me papa bi or we no see your person or your fish ni dey Anadromous and not say we betumi awa abroche but we energy is still here operating. Another story. So Anadromous is an energy a wo betumi awo two places at the same time. And no, that's the energy. Ube wo en da ubetumi awo etheric na wo aha nso wu. Nti this is the major key for soul travel. Let me leave it here. So a fish can travel from the sea to another river without dying. That is Anadromous. When it reaches the land, that is Anadromous. What you say? Wafi insuo ma beto asase so akoto insuo wenwu wafu pum abeto asase so akoto nsuom wanwu nti those who want to do me papa be fish farming that's energy I use for him. So for instance, when they say a fish is an Anadromous fish, it means that that fish can stay in the water and can migrate from land to another water without dying on land. Wafi nsuom nsuom. Hey, okay. So that gives you an idea of the impression and the goal of the occultists associated with this symbol. It is Baphomet. Now who so above, so below. Now who Anadromous is the same thing. But Anadromous is an energy. You use a lot of things. Whenever a symbol of Anadromous is associated, then it means someone wants to operate within two markets, or two dimensions, or two worlds, or two bodies, two anything, two, or two regions, or two worlds without suffering. I'm the process, I've been honest. Anadromous is one of the things I use for things. My confess. But I'm not saying kamarita ejumani mejaye. In PBP. The Anadromous spirits or this energy's work is to be able to amplify living between two dimensions. Don't forget we are talking about Stonebwoy. So why am I saying all these things? Wrongly. There are very few things that can live both on land and in water. Anadromous, a maneuver like that. I think frogs and some few reptiles. Who say apotro? In so ta or lem crawl. In so no we are to meet nas asidim, I think for 21 days or tnemwa coping another in so beto. No wasayaba. That is frog. We have people like that. Nipani be a frog. Maame said nipani be a cobra. Maame Grace said nipani be a frogs. We have a few reptiles like that. They can travel between physical dimension. So in the spiritual dimension, to me kwaha. So in spiritual dimension, when an occult person wants to work both physically and in spirit, anadromous spell is cast. Makanukre. That is how we operate with anadromous. It enables a witch to work in different dimensions and work in the physical dimension. But when you sit before me in consultation and I enter your house, we also hear the same thing. Made them go school into me. Also hear the same. It is called anadromous. So there are people who are walking on earth and they are walking in another dimension as well. We have people like that. They are aware of both realms. In Africa, it happens a lot where a person dies and then it's reported that they went to another country to have children and wives. Et I see, I will be mem. Oh, we will no my energy, no biakoshi and so your sama your wa, as you who na ira. Aguna swe drebisi wo, mammy be your tongue curtains. Obiko who send we will crooning. And I got Fred and man or more back, I cran on my drew and a mammy ira curtains in echi. In Africa, there's any way a waha. Anadromous is what I've told you. Even though he is dead, he can live in the physical dimension because of another energy. Or anadromous spirit energy. There are very dark art magic and charms involved in handling these rituals. Makachos, I'm the process. I'm not going to lie. Especially people whose husbands or wives die and they keep haunting them day by day. You must break their anadromous energy. And also, you to me, the church, I am to me, meaning useful for a lot of things, but what I use this energy for is what I'm telling you. These are some of my special area. Baby, a be me good. Me kasa me the best, but baby no more. Me good. But my reta me pe BPBA until we dey asem na me catch from dawase. And that is what initially the Baphomet was meant to evoke. It channels the energy to enhance one's ability to transcend. They get from one realm to the other in both ascension to descension. Nti se me catch say Baphomet ni nya de osi wa obi e kwa akosoma no ti say ye nipa na se wenye sika to shirt na mu ade na ugina say na obi hwana. No, the parents say there are things we confront. They are energies. They are energies. This is anadromous or Baphomet. This is what it does. It was meant to activate an anadromous energy. So why am I talking about Stone Boy and also talking about a mystical occultic symbol of anadromous? What is the link? Me patre saying, "Tienio, ai, mo de munimie." Now, I want us to look at the etymology of the word anadromous. The ana in Greek means up. Ana means up. The dromos in Greek means running. You can Google and find out. So in occultism, when they want to activate anadromous energy and they want to attach it to physicality without exposing the details of what they want to do, they use either text or symbol. Anadromous no. Now I'm breaking it down in Greek language. The amount ana Greek means up, dromos Greek means running. Inti so omo ye bibi no omo pesa omo use sa energy we. No omo pesa omo be kasa ye woni CJ wo ho. No matchro no mo de ato obi o hwe bia will understand na so omo mpese omo de CJ no so be ya no mo use sa omo mpese be expose omo ho a omo use symbol na so so be use a word nti either they use the symbol or they use a word up and running. So when you see up and running, it simply means anadromous or so above so below. If not that, they will put a symbol there. It's an anadromous activating chant. Up and running is an anadromous activating chant. It is a woman so be ye up and run or can up and run na. Obetumi use symbol no dey a chant. Obetumi so can up and run without mentioning the name anadromous to expose the language or activating that chant. It's like a term that the masters alone can understand. And I'm breaking it down easily, no. Anadromous is what the masters use to launch international businesses with regional branches. It's a spell. Anadromous is a spell. That's anytime American catches or more mostly I use these things for them. It's an esoteric spell that activates the duality of existence. You can live in Ghana, operate a business, live in America, and operate that same business. And try some because they don't have the ability to activate this anadromous energy. First, I'm just telling you, I'm saying this so you know I know what I'm talking about when I started talking about for me. Those who want to run two businesses, you should have a ability to do this. And it will be as if both of them are the same. That's a China wo business, but also Kumase, the same thing. Unless that energy is activated to you. Into bon say but a juma no more yet to set the energy and their activity. People are living abroad and their worry is operating a successful business in Africa without their presence so that they can sustain the business. It's all about anadromous. The energy of the anadromous is how to take off. You establish the business in spirit before it manifests in the physical realm. It stands in all dimensions without failure. This is anadromous. Anadromous rituals are performed by many masters to activate this energy, including myself. And when they do, they show it publicly by the code like up and running. Anadromous in Greek. Akacho say ana in Greek language is up. Dromos in Greek language is running. And I have Makacho say your masters or more language is either you use a symbol or you say up and running instead of mentioning the name Anadromous. If they want the energy to be activated through a movie, they will name the movie something up and down or running up, etc. Because the same thing. So when you look at Hollywood, there is a lot of up and up, running down and movies titles like that. On the upside, these are all energy activating symbolism. And no up, so below, so above, this, but it's either Baphomet or Anadromous. I want everybody to understand. It's an energy we use. Okay, now, recently, Stonebwoy launched an album and he named it Up and Running. And immediately I got alarmed. Not in a bad way, no. But it gave me the impression that this musician was enlightened. Mr. Stonebwoy enlightened from 3 dimensions and now up and running. No. He knows what he's doing. That guy knows what he's doing. He should come and talk to me. Why? He knows what he's doing. I'm convinced within my spirit. Wamami more evidences and more proofs. It's a enlightened soul. So come and teach us. Maybe I'll be and family more, but when you do it like a pro, may you're proud of you. Now one of this is Stonebwoy. So up and running is same as Anadromous, same as Baphomet. So why is it like that? He should come and tell us. It's beautiful you give your following all this education, so they know who you are. So when they are following you, they will follow you with some kind of vim. So Bim, are you using Anadromous? Who are you? Come and talk to us. This guy is not producing music just for the fact that music is good for dancing or music is good for money. He knows what he's doing. He's producing music that can live both international and global. Or he's targeting different dimensions with his music. That is what Stonebwoy is up to. Come and talk to us. Why, Papa? He's activating certain duality energy to himself. Dr. Louisa, only ukunu kasa no me kasa why? Obekura and Sasa wana again no di free na Jamaica ba no pam share ni Sasa wana say ayi odoso na next din ase metumi apam odoso ni bi ase na ma she blue wig na wa ba why anti Dr. Louisa anaju we one ne nkasa minim say he will get to you nti one ne nkasa on my behalf. I want to talk to him. He's using Anadromous. That's huge. I mean, that's top notch. So he should come and talk to us. Why? He's activating certain duality energy to himself. Stonebwoy knows about the secrets of the masters. And so that is so amazing. I'm so proud. I would love to talk to him. And I applaud Stonebwoy for his deep spiritual wisdom. Using Anadromous, hey, I've not heard any spiritual person mention it in Ghana. This is the level of the masters. So when I heard it, I said, I applaud him for his esoteric understanding and how he managed to keep these things to himself and let certain deep understanding showcase it. When you release an album that is called Fifth Dimension, at a time when deep occult masters and spiritual practitioners are discussing the earth moving from a third to fifth dimension, it cannot be a coincidence. What they say, no cry a coincidence and no problem. Because I remember when I spoke about fifth dimension, some spiritual people were saying all sorts of things as if I'm mad. Yeah, baby, I was started by and you are making cha-cha-cha-cha. Do you think we are jokers? Yeah, we anymore. Yam bragging tia. Na yen show so often tia. Say no ye coincidence, the fifth dimension ye coincidence. Anadromous so papa, what's up? Come and tell me. But after that album, you release another album called Up and Running, Anadromous. But for men, at a time when the masters are discussing other energies to move from one dimension to another. Because the earth nankasa changing face. Now no, ye move it from one place to another. Movement in and I was Sunday up and running. But no. Come and explain this. Spiritual people must discuss Stonebwoy's mastery of the elements. He knows things pastors don't know, Maka. He knows things pastors don't know. I want to talk to that guy. Mumbwa me pa, me de afana yere so me de Uncle Jojo Munina, you guys should find him for me. Somebody, if you feel nobody they see me, I they see you. And they see you, pa, and I want to talk to you, pa. You can't do fifth dimension because it came at the right time when the earth was shifting. And now we started talking about movement. And you did Anadromous. Oh, you must come and explain this to your people, including myself. Monsani bim for family, no monsani message when come am boss. Don't just say things because they are good about your musicians. Most of them are very enlightened. They know what they are doing. But me blame me because they don't come and sit and give you education. But we are going to get through today. Better try your best. They know the power music carries. They know. They understand the effect of spirituality in music. They know. These three people I just mentioned, they know. They know that music creates certain manifestations. They know. They know the currency they carry in terms of music. So lesbians and they may know more than we know. I'm telling you, these three people, they know. They may know more than you know. So we have to take our musicians very seriously, honestly. Yen take musicians seriously. Ebi mukra koto nyum ni bi asese ewu on social media. Adwena aye we so they need help. Ye jai omo. E de ahye sunsum se sunsum na aba wo so. Sunsum be nipa so ense no. E ma ne nye sebe So, Stonebwoy, Shatta, Wale, Black Sheriff, my show is open for you guys. We want to discuss this thing with you. I'm here 24 hours a day for you guys. What do you want to mean background? Remember we studio no ye chat. We are a spiritual song back. Come and sit down and let's educate the people about your knowledge and your understanding of spirituality. Because you know, I am so convinced. You Stonebwoy, you know what no pastor know. I'm telling you. At the moment I saw Anadromous with you, I said, Kai! The guy know what he's doing. No. Abusia, and the episode no important. To what also obey no or person baby find out and know and let the person understand soul contract. We have these 3 great personalities here. Yeah, ye di onwechi no. We need to jabone. I don't ye nkonkonsa sagana for. Oh, the nkonkonsa we the mama mo license munko di because I need to talk to them. Find them for me. Whoever find any one of them for me will get 10,000. Find them for me. We discard to omutriso. Thank you so much for your time. It's been a long episode, but please download and share it to people. They understand music. If we understand and we handle these things, we are able to put the country Ghana on the map. These are things I say Timishe. Ebina was starting. He's trying to split, which is a beautiful spiritual move. Thank you guys, and I love all the musicians in Ghana, and I wish you all guys well. Shalom, peace.